Well, thank you, Dr. Burgess. Again, I apologize for saying thank you to you for voting for the CR and keeping the government open, although I am grateful because I think many of us understand that a government shutdown would not be good for our economy, would hurt a lot of people. And I don't want to go overboard in saying that you're reasonable, because I was remembering that you voted for a CR previously that actually cut Border Patrol. And then you voted for a Department of Homeland Security a bill that, once you passed it, you brought it to the floor in a way where it couldn't be sent to the Senate. It has to be held at the desk. So I'm glad that at least this CR passed so that our border agents can get paid, and that we didn't suspend that. But look, there are numerous policy issues that I take issue with in these bills. But I do want to just ask a question of Chairman Amodei and Chairman Fleischman. I mean, the last time I checked, Republicans are in charge of the House of Representatives. And I'm looking at when you marked up the bill in Appropriations Committee. I think the legislative branch bill was reported out on June 21st, and the Energy and Water bill was on, let me see, June 30th. Is that right? Yeah. So, like, what took so long? I mean, the committee did hearings, and subcommittee hearings, and markup, full committee markup, and you know, I'm just puzzled why we're here today and we're not here in July.
Honest answer, Mr. Ranking Member, way above my pay grade.
Okay.
If I get an answer before you.
Okay. All right. No, yeah, because I do think that the case could be better made then, that a bill that, quite frankly, some of these bills which are, you know, way off where the Senate would be, you know, the time to negotiate them, you know, you could have done August, could have, you know, September would have been the time. So now we're operating under a continuing resolution, and we're in October, and some of these appropriation bills, the ag appropriation bills, for example, failed, I mean, the other day. So I don't know how that's going to be resuscitated. But I'm just curious, like, it just seems to me that this would have been a better discussion earlier.
Well, the history is what it is, right. And usually the ledge branch bill in the queue goes much closer to the beginning.
Yeah, no,
I think that's an accurate statement of the history.
Mr. Fleischman?
I thank the ranking member for this question, and one of the things that I'm most thankful and proud of is to be a member of the Appropriations Committee. I will applaud the chair and the ranking member. Our meetings and our process, though not sometimes swift, has been exceedingly thorough. And if I may be specific, on the water side of our energy and water bill, we were very open and solicitous of community, congressional community projects, earmarks, from Democratic and Republican members. We received over 5,000 member requests on other issues throughout this process, and that's only one bill alone. And after having served on this committee for over a decade, in both the majority and the minority, it is a slow and arduous process, but it is a thorough process. And in comparison to our friends in the Senate year after year, I think the House has done a very laudable job in terms of getting its appropriations bills done.
Let me just say, both gentlemen, you were swift. I mean, you get your work done. I mean, you didn't just mark this up 2 days ago, all right? I mean, we go back to June. So you did your work in the subcommittee and in full committee on time, on schedule, and you know, and we may disagree with some of the things that are in these bills, but I mean, you did it. I mean, so the excuse can't be that, oh, the Appropriations Committee just sent us this yesterday. I mean, your committee consideration was done in June, and I don't know what the answer is either. I'm not even sure some of these are. I mean, I don't know how controversial these bills are going to be on the floor. I'm assuming that you guys have the votes to pass them. I think I don't. But but then again, I assumed that you'd have the votes to pass every rule that you brought to the floor, but I was misinformed. Anyway, I thank you, and my Democratic colleagues as well, for getting the committee work done on time. I'm just a little bit puzzled that we're here in October, in a mad rush trying to pass all these appropriations bills that, again, are going to differ greatly from where the Senate's going to be so late. Again, I just remember, we have less than 45 days before we're faced with another potential shutdown. So anyway, I don't want to belabor the point, but I can appreciate everybody being here, and I will yield back my time.